I think if I was in charge at Paramount, I wouldn't have fumbled the release of the Avatar The Last Airbender Aang movie in the first place, but that's just me. And if I was them at this point, I'd go back to the original plan of putting this thing in the theaters like we were promised. Because a lot of people are either forgetting or they didn't know. Paramount backtracked on putting this movie in theaters a long time ago. It was gonna go straight to streaming onto Paramount Plus. You were always gonna watch this from your couch. And I am not justifying the leak at all. But I do think that when you take a movie that the fandom has been begging for years, when you take it out of the theaters and strip away the big screens and the surround sound and the community aspect and the experience of seeing it surrounded by other Avatar fans, and then put the movie behind a paywall on a streaming app that don't nobody want, I'm so sorry, and then this movie becomes available for free. I mean, you done told us to watch it from the comfort of our own homes anyway. It's like Les Mis, do you hear the people sing? I'm not gonna sit up and say that if you watch the leak, you're not a true Avatar fan. Although you are a special type of loser if you've seen the leak and you decide to spoil it. That's weird. But on the contrary, I think that people are watching the leak because they're such huge fans. Again, I am not justifying it. And if Paramount was smart, they would listen to the feedback from this leak. No spoilers, I myself have not watched the leak, but I have seen some things. The streets like this movie heavily. The feedback has actually been really good. I've seen so many comments of people saying that they wish they could see this movie in theaters because even after watching it on their phones, they are willing to pay money to have the bigger experience. And as fans, we want this movie to have that. We want the marketing, we want the hype leading up to the release. We want the premieres and the carpets and the interviews with the cast and the production. We want some damn answers on why Dante Basco didn't return as the voice of Zuko, but I digress. And even if you're like, no, I don't care about any of that. Yes, you do. Because at the end of the day, a company like Paramount isn't doing it for the love of the game. The bottom line is money. And if we want more Avatar projects, which we do, then this one has to be profitable. Leaking the film does put it in our hands early, but it harms the bottom line, and ultimately that could mean no more future Avatar projects, and we don't want that. So to take it back to what I said in the beginning, I think that Paramount should go back to the original plan of putting this movie in theaters. And if you are not trying to see this leaked movie, scroll very carefully because the whole thing is just up on every social media platform. So just be careful. Those are just my thoughts. I'm happy to hear yours.